The problem is not the citizens of Kenya. The problem is the leadership.
Hello, how are you? Welcome back to ShowNewTrend. I'm of today, and my name is Elvis Daring. Despite the public outcry on extrajudicial killings and disappearances of comrades, do you think President William Ruto enjoys watching Kenyans suffer? Just listen to what Mulengi Mutete had to say.
Today, I want to tell you who Ruto is. So, for decades, they told us Moi used to take tea and go to church. Only for some of his close friends to come out later after he died to tell us how Moi was a drunkard. They told us that he used to take alcohol, but he did this with his few close wazees. So, what does that teach you? That tells you one thing, that these people are not who they want you to believe they are. They say pretenders are worse than murderers, and that is why I want to talk about Ruto today. During the campaigns, Ruto told his followers that he doesn't take alcohol. He goes to church. He is born again. He told his followers that the other camp was full of drunkards, people who take alcohol and use drugs. So, who is Ruto? If you look at William Ruto, you will get to understand few things if you are very keen. That he is not who he wants you to believe he is. And by the way, any day you meet someone who tells you, who spends a lot of time trying to describe who they are, you should know that person is hiding something from you. Because good people do not need a lot of explanation. Good people are known. Good people can be seen. Good people can be noticed. They don't need to pay bloggers and PR companies to try to tell others who they are. And so, you should know that Ruto is an hypocrite. He is a pretender. And by the way, have you looked closely at William Ruto? If you haven't, you cannot understand what I'm about to tell you. But anyway, I will tell you. If you look at Ruto, you will understand few things. First of all, his body language. Ruto's body language speaks different from what he says or wants to say. Ruto's face and head are two different things. Sometimes he looks very, very odd. He has to use some makeup. Some other times, his hair looks like it is falling away. It is falling down. Ruto's hair, does he have any? His head has some madoa-doa which you cannot understand. And these are things you can only find with drug addicts. Ruto's face, by the way, Ruto doesn't have a genuine laughter. This guy laughs sarcastically. And that should tell you why Ruto is dangerous. At some point, you might come to realize that Ruto takes alcohol and other hard drugs. And that is why he spends a lot of time telling us who he is, instead of letting us notice who he is. When Ruto is speaking, he forces himself to laugh. And this comes from people who use hard drugs like cocaine and heroin. He forces his smile, and that is why he comes out looking very bad. Ruto doesn't have a genuine laughter. Ruto is what you can call person who doesn't care about anything apart from himself. And that is why Kenyans can cry. Kenyans can say whatever they want to say. They will tell him they are suffering. They will cry to him. They will beg him to lower the prices of basic commodities. But Ruto will laugh at this. When you look at him, he will laugh and dismiss you and tell you, I am working on this. And in the near future, everything will be okay. Tell me, who speaks like that to people who are going to bed hungry? To people who are dying of hunger? This guy uses so many different things. His blood is full of different substances. When you look at him on campaign vehicles, Ruto is always concerned about what people will notice about him, his image. And that is why he spends a lot of time trying to force his body language. Have you ever met an hardcore criminal, a suspect, someone who has been charged with the most dangerous crimes? Have you ever looked at their body language? How they laugh, they tend to force themselves to laugh. All people in rehabilitation centers. Someone who tries so hard to show people who he is not, who he is, so that they cannot see the real person in him, his real character. That is what Ruto does. This guy is a dangerous human being. And that is why the lives of more than 50 million Kenyans are in danger if they don't remove this guy from office. In fact, if Ruto's wife is offered some safe place to stay with enough security and told, or rather in exchange of that, she will tell people and the world who Ruto is, you people will be shocked. She will tell you things you have never imagined, and everyone who voted for him will be shocked. That's why sometimes she comes out to the public with some injuries, and you guys just make joke of her. William Ruto is dangerous. And this is not someone who can hand over power peacefully. The only way to remove this kind of person from power is through a popular revolution where the people will take back their country. If you expect elections to remove this guy from office, you are dreaming. It will not happen. The only way to remove... History tells us that people of Ruto's character do not hand over power peacefully. They are forcibly removed from office. And that is what Kenyans should do to William Ruto if they want to take back their country. And that should happen as soon as possible.
Thank you so much for joining us on today's show. I'm your host, Elvis Derry. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.